After months of negotiations, Congress finally passed a $19.1 billion disaster aid bill Monday. The bill, which President Trump has said he will sign, will provide billions in aid to flood-ravaged Texas, wildfire areas in California, and to Puerto Rico. That comes as some relief to the island, which is still struggling to recover from the devastation wreaked by Hurricane Maria in September 2017. But the $1.5 billion the new law will provide is a small fraction of the money that the government has already promised Puerto Rico, and so far, failed to deliver.
El que yo hice la otra vez que quedó bien bueno.
For the past 2 years, Maria Cruz Vega has lived with her family in a home destroyed by a hurricane. There are holes in the floors and the walls. Her roof is covered with a blue tarp.
Acá no hay techo.
No, aquí no había techo.
¿Había antes o no?
Sí, estaba el techo.
Aside from all the things Cruz Vega needs to fix inside her house, there's also the home's foundation, which is slowly giving out.
Después del huracán se puso un babote. Y cada vez que llueve, eso es como dicen, como tierra movediza, que va bajando, hasta que se caiga.
Sí, en inglés dice ticking time bomb.
Más o menos. Porque a veces de noche yo me acuesto a dormir y yo oigo el crack, como si estuviera cediendo la casa.
She's applied for FEMA aid 3 times, but she's only received a few $1,000s.
Ellos me dieron 3,000. Entonces vino un inspector de nuevo y me dijo, yo no sé cómo tú vives aquí, pero esta casa se te puede caer. Y yo, pues.
¿Cómo es vivir sin ayuda significante para reparar la casa?
Fíjate, es difícil, porque no tienes esa ayuda y esa estabilidad de que alguien te está ayudando. Vamos a seguir poco a poco. Yo espero en Dios que no nos caiga el techo encima.
Across Puerto Rico, there are roughly 30,000 people still living like this, in homes covered by blue tarps instead of actual roofs. So far, the island's received about $12 billion in federal grants and disaster aid. But that's only a small fraction of the more than $130 billion it says it needs to fully recover from Hurricane Maria.
Yo te sigo. I'll follow your lead.
That's where Omar Marrero comes in. He's the person who goes to Washington, D.C. to lobby for aid, and then comes back to oversee the recovery effort.
I feel like you have the least fun job in Puerto Rico at the moment.
Definitely. It is one of the hardest jobs because you have to deal with a lot of stakeholders, many expectations, some of them sometimes unreasonable, and obviously people just want quick results.
Everyone wants Puerto Rico to rebuild better than before. But without the funds, the government's been slapping Band-Aids on things. Here in Utuado, where several bridges collapsed, they're settling for what they can afford.
This is not quite done yet, but this is a temporary bridge.
That's exactly. It's not the permanent solution. It's not being built more resilient in a more intelligent way on a stronger fashion. Across all Puerto Rico, the only work that has been done is only emergency work.
What about things like basic forms of infrastructure like water, electricity, and stuff like that?
Same happens. Even though we have been able to restore electricity across the island, we just restored the system because the Stafford Act, the FEMA law, only allows you to repair to the pre-existing condition, only allows you to restore basic service. That's the same case for the water sector, public schools, housing, all across all sectors of the infrastructure in Puerto Rico. So essentially, this is it.
The delay in passing the disaster relief bill is what's gotten the most attention. But other, much more significant aid's been slow to arrive as well. The Department of Housing and Urban Development has approved almost $10 billion in funding for Puerto Rico to rebuild its housing stock. But only the first chunk, $1.5 billion, is available right now. The rest is still in limbo.
Even though HUD has approved that money already, we don't have access because we are waiting for the Secretary Carson to sign the grant agreement. So essentially, of the nine.
Wait, so all that's missing is a signature?
It's a
Secretary.
It's a signature and a notice. So essentially, it's just bureaucracy.
A HUD spokesperson said the department isn't holding back the funding and that the wait is normal.
Do you think that this administration thinks of Puerto Rico as the equivalent to California or Louisiana or Florida or Texas?
Well, I don't think so. I think that the fact that we are not a state has essentially given the platform for the administration to give a different and unfair treatment to Puerto Rico.
While Marrero tries to work around the administration's seeming indifference to the island, the people here are just trying to figure out how much longer they'll have to wait for help.
Aquí es donde pasa todo el revolú.
The blue tarp on Cruz Vega's house recently broke.
Así que esto pasa cada vez que llueve. Está empezando ahora la temporada de huracanes de nuevo.
Y me da mucho miedo.
¿Te da miedo? ¿Por qué?
Fue en María y casi me ahogo en un carro y ya como que si pasa de nuevo no me lo imagino. Yo sé que si viene otro huracán no la va a aguantar. No, porque esta casa ya sinceramente no va a aguantar por lo menos unos vientos de 100 millas por hora no lo va a aguantar porque la casa no me siento preparada porque la casa está inestable. Y otro, ¿sabes? Entrar a la época de huracanes me pone nerviosa.